Hello, welcome back to this session of AutoCAD. From this video onwards, I'm going to start a series of lessons, and I'm going to focus these lessons only on AutoCAD basics, because all these days I've been creating videos which I don't consider them as basic. They are a little bit of higher stuff, which are directed towards people who already have learned some kind of AutoCAD, who have done some job on AutoCAD. But from this video onwards, I'm going to give you basic lessons on AutoCAD. I'll be taking up each and every issue of AutoCAD, basic commands which are going to help you a lot and make you go ahead with the complicated stuff. So in this basic session, I'm going to take up only 2D drawings. Once I'm sure that I have completed almost every aspect of the 2D drawings, I'll be taking up 3D, because 3D is not so important right now. If you are good in 2D, gradually you can take up 3D drawings, which of course is a long way now. So these series are going to be like, I don't know, 10, 12 maybe. I can't tell right now, but it's going to cover almost all the aspects of the 2D. So get ready for a long session where you're going to learn everything. So without wasting time, let's get set, go. This is how the screen looks like when you start AutoCAD for the first time. You can see the screen is divided into three parts. The top portion, which has the menu bar, just like any other Windows software. The middle portion, the dark portion, that is called as the drawing area, where you're going to stay for most of the time. And the bottom portion is the command area, or the command line area, where you are going to type all the commands. Some of the features are very similar to the other Windows software, like you have the start button here, you have new, open, save, save as, export, print, close. Similarly, you have this save as, print, new. If you go to the file menu, you have the same thing, new, open, import, save as, export. But I'm telling you, apart from this, everything is different. You need to study all these menus one by one to become familiar with all of them. So this is the area where you're going to draw stuff. Then bottom area is divided. The command area again has this model, layout 1, layout 2, and you have this command area, which is the most important area in this whole screen. In this area, you're going to type commands, innumerable commands. AutoCAD can be used in two ways. You can use the menus here, or you can go for the command area, you can type the commands. I always prefer to type the command because that is the best way to finish off any job rapidly. This menu area is for beginners, or sometimes when you don't recall a command, you are looking for something else, something which you haven't done till now. It's always available in the menu bar. All the commands, all the buttons are sitting there to be explored, but the best way is to type the command here. That is what I do, and that is what I'm going to teach you, and that is what you are going to do. So let's start learning some basic things. Before taking up any drawing, you need to do some settings compulsorily. So what are the settings? One is the fixing of units. You need to fix the units, and the second is you need to fix the drawing size, or it is nothing to do with the sheet size. You are fixing the drawing area. So these two things have to be done compulsorily before you start any drawing. And whenever you start a drawing, you have to do it at that time, and the next time that settings are saved. So let us see how to do that. So type units or UN. See, you have to see here, whenever you type a command here, say for example I typed UN, all the commands which start from the letter U are displayed here, and when I type N, the command starting from with the letters UN are displayed promptly here. So you can always have a look at the command, or if you are fast enough, you can just type units and see that the command box or the dialog box is displayed on the screen. So this is drawing units. You have 5 different units available: architectural, decimal, engineering, fractional, scientific. So whichever suits you, you can just go ahead and select it. I am selecting decimal, and decimal places how many, 1 or 2, whatever you want. Then insertion scale. Right now I'm going to set it as meters. Again, this depends on what type of units and what kind of drawing you are doing. Are you doing engineering drawing? Then you can go for inches, feet. But in decimal, then of course you can select millimeters, centimeters or meters. I'm taking up meters now. In the gradual course, we are going to study in detail how this actually affects your drawing. Okay, the right part just leave it as it is. Okay, now the next important command is limits. So limits, enter. Limits is you are fixing the drawing area. So this has nothing to do with the sheet size. So some people think that we are fixing the sheet size here. No. Here we are fixing the drawing area, because AutoCAD allows you to work in a live space. You should imagine that you are actually working on the ground. So if you enter 10 meters, that it is as good as 10 meters on the ground. So you are creating the drawing on the ground live. You have to worry about the sheet size only when the drawing is completed. Okay, so we'll learn that later on. Right now, limits indicates the two corners, the left corner, the lower left corner, keep it 0, 0, unless and until it is exactly required and you need to do so. So I don't go on changing this lower left corner, I keep it 0, 0. The top right corner, depends on what kind of drawing you are doing. Are you doing a very big, huge drawing or a simple drawing? The drawing can be 1 meter by 1 meter, or it can be 100 meter by 100 meter, or 1 kilometer by 1 kilometer. Doesn't matter. But you should know exactly, at least at the beginning stage, as to what is the size of the drawing. So I'll say 100 meters by 100 meter, 100 comma 100. Enter. As soon as you type this, you have to type Z. Enter. Z indicates zoom. A, enter. A indicates all. That means you are bringing the whole area onto your screen. If you closely observe the screen, you can see, apart from this common buttons here, you have this workspace here, workspace settings. You can just click this button here and see there are so many different things: 3D basics, 3D modeling, AutoCAD Classic, save current as, all those things. Right now I'm going to take up AutoCAD Classic. Apart from that, you have the AutoCAD version here, the name of the file here or name of the drawing, the extension is DWG, and the next button set of buttons are reserved for internet connection. You can just explore it on your own. So below that you have the menu bar, which you are going to explore. Bottom you have model, layout 1, layout 2, which I am going to explain in due course. This is the, I told you, most important, the command area. Sometimes the command area gets lost due to some settings there like this, and you may be wondering where it has gone. You can bring it back by pressing Control 9. Control 9 is a button which hides this command area. All these things are done to increase the screen size as much as possible. Right now I don't have any toolbars here. You can always bring the toolbars by going to the tools here, go to toolbars, AutoCAD. You can select any one of the tools which you require, like say for example draw. It's there. You can just pull it and dock it wherever you want. You can put it here, or you can bring it to the side wherever you want, and you can just close it if you don't want. Right click, just close it so that your screen is clean. Apart from that, you have this stuff here, the cube, 3D cube here, and this bottom right left bottom corner is reserved for UCS icon. We will be studying this when we take up 3D modeling. Okay then, I'll start taking up some objects, creating some objects one by one. Let us start with the line command. The horizontal and vertical lines, what you are seeing here, is called as the grid, which can be switched on and switched off according to your requirement. Right now I'm going to switch it off because I don't require it. Whenever I require it, I'm going to bring it back by pressing the F7 function button. F7 is a button which switches on and off this grid. Right now I'm switching it off. So we have done everything ready, kept everything ready for the objects to be created. So what is the first object what we are going to create here is the most important thing in a drawing, line. So the command is also line, L-I-N-E, line. Line specify the first point it is asking. So click somewhere on the screen. There is no particular point where you have to start from. You can start anywhere on the screen. I am starting it here. So this line is going according to its fancy. I need to bring it to discipline. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to type F8 button to make it move perfectly horizontal and perfectly vertical. Or you can press this button here. This is called as the ortho button. See now the line moves straight. I'm going to enter the units here, and remember this units is going to be in meters because I've selected meters. Okay, 10. See here, 10. Go up. You have to move the cursor towards the right side or left side or up or down. So that is how this works here. So this is say 5. Again move it towards your left, 20. Now say 10. Then bring it back here. Press escape to come out. So you have cleanly created a rectangle here. Similarly, you can create a triangle too, a small triangle, like click on the screen, 5, go up 5 and bring it here. Okay. You can always do this again. I'm repeating it, slightly different. Okay, 10, go up 5 and come back 10 and close. C, type C to come back to the starting point and exiting. Same thing can be done here. Line 5, go up 5 and C, close. You come back to the starting point. You can also create something else like this. Line, say 5, go up 3, go right 5, go up 3, okay, something went wrong. You can always delete it and start again. No, 3. See, you can create anything else what you want, say 5. Okay, again 5, 5, come back 5, and go to the right 5, and press enter or escape to come out of that particular command. This is one way of doing this job. The same job can be done in a different way by using a different technique. The command is the same, line, LINE or L. I am going to create the same thing with a slightly different technique, that is L at 10 less than 10, 0. That is x-axis 10 and y-axis 0. You don't have to touch the mouse now because the command will do its job. At 0, 5. And the x-axis 0 and y-axis is 5. At x-axis is minus 10 and y-axis is 0. Now just type C, or you can type x-axis as 0 and y-axis as minus 5. I'll type C, enter, the job is done. Similarly, triangle, line, at, you can see that I am not touching the mouse now, I just left the mouse apart. At x-axis is 5, y-axis is 0. At x-axis is 0, y-axis is 5, and close. Similarly, line, at x-axis is 3, y-axis is 0. At, I'm not touching the mouse, at x-axis is 0, y-axis is 3. At x-axis is 3, y-axis is 0. So this way you can continue doing. I'm going to take up some important line diagram to show how actually this works, this particular technique. This method is actually called relative coordinate method. Relative coordinate method is very commonly used while creating engineering drawings. I have created a detailed video on this 3 type of techniques, which you can have a look. The first method what I did was the direct distance entry method. This is the relative coordinate method, and one more method is called as the polar coordinate method. I'm going a little bit faster because these techniques I have already explained in my previous video. You can just go and have a look at it. Okay, again line command L at say 10 less than 0 degrees. 0 means 0 degrees. Enter. At 5 less than 90 degrees. At 10 less than 180 degree. At 5 less than 270 degree. Okay, press enter. The same job being done in different techniques. So line again at 5 less than 0, at 5 less than 90, close. So these 3 techniques are very much used in different situations. So you need to practice this well before progressing to any other command. There is one more method of creating a line in CAD. Let me show you how to do that. You can always delete this by selecting this and pressing the delete button, or you can do the same by typing erase command, ERASE, erase, selecting everything and press enter. Okay, so there is one more method of drawing lines. The command is ray, R-A-Y. You just have to click on the screen and switch off the F ortho button here so as to move freely across the screen. So it creates a line from a given point. So this can be used in any way which you like. Like if you want to create a design something like this, which I'm going to tell you in future, you can just trim the unwanted stuff. Okay, so this is ray. I'm going to delete this. One more method is called as the XLINE, which is also very important. Once you type XLINE, you have so many options here. You have horizontal, vertical, angle, bisect, offset. We are going to learn all of this. First, horizontal. Just click on the button there, or you can type H. You get a line there. You can click on the screen to get a line. Very simple. Okay. Similarly, X-line again, vertical. Type V, we get a vertical line. 1, 2, 4, 5. Okay. So you can erase it by clicking on it, or you can use the erase command. E, enter, C, enter, select all this stuff here and press enter, all of them gone. Okay, again X-line, X-line, horizontal, click anywhere on the screen, again X-line, vertical, yeah, X-line. Now click on this offset button here or type offset. You can say do 5, 1, 2, 3. Now offset you can give some 10. Okay, again next line, offset say some 30. Offset 5. Okay, so this is how you can create tables. How you can use this, you can type trim command, C, enter. I'm going to tell you in detail in future how to use this trim command, but right now I'm just displaying how this commands can be used. Trim, 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 trim. See, within no time you have created a nice table. This is called as the UCS icon, which can be switched off if it is disturbing you. Type UCS icon, OFF off. This can be used when we start 3D modeling. That's it. Let me erase this, delete this. Now again X-line, horizontal, H, enter. Again horizontal, X-line, vertical, V. Okay, X-line again. You have one option here called as angle. Let us see what it does. Angle, you type any angle, 45 degrees. Just click here in the intersection point. You have a line at an angle of 45 degrees to some existing line. Again, X-line, angle, I'll say some 30 degrees Okay, so this is the best way to create a line, a line with some angle to some reference line. Now again, next line, you have one more option in angle, that is reference. So what is this reference? You have some line here, we don't know the angle of this line. Let us imagine we don't know the angle of this line with some reference. We are going to take this as a reference and type some angle, say 5 degrees. So you got a line of an angle 5 degrees with reference to this existing line. So this is the best way to create an angle. Okay, so let us proceed further with the next option. Let us erase this. Type E erase command, E, enter, C, enter. C allows you to select all the objects on the screen. Just press enter, gone. Okay, XLINE, horizontal, and again vertical. XLINE, you have bisect here. Specify angle vertex point. I am going to specify this point here. Start point and end point. See, you got a line bisecting the two lines. Similarly, if you want to bisect these two lines, same thing, bisect vertex point, click in the intersection of these two lines, select the first line and the second line. You got a bisecting. So no need to know the angle, just like using a compass in our normal conventional type of drawing. This command works as a compass. So we have covered all the options here: horizontal, vertical, angle, bisect and offset. I hope you understood this. Let us proceed further. Let us erase this. The best way to erase this, erase command, E, enter, C, enter, select all the objects, press enter, gone. So after studying line command, re command, XLINE command, now we are going to learn one more very important thing, that is the PLINE command or the Polyline command, which is very important not only in 2D but also in 3D. Is going to be used again and again, so better you learn this command very well. So the command is PL or Polyline. You can type Polyline or short form is PLINE. Type enter, press enter. Click here somewhere on the screen, say 10, enter, 5, enter, 10, enter, enter. So what is the difference between line and a P-line? I'm going to create one more rectangle using the line command. So 10, 5, 10, close. I'm going to show you the difference. See here, when you create a rectangle or any object using the P-line command or the Polyline command, it is a single entity. It is a single object. But again, when you see here a thing which looks similar but exactly not similar, it is created out of line command and it has 4 different entities, 4 different pieces of line. So this is a purely 2D object. It can never be used in a 3D modeling for any complicated drawings. But here you have one object which is very much perfect and it is a single entity. So this can be converted into a line if it is so required by using the explode command, EXPLOD, explode. Just select this, press enter, gone. It becomes a multiple entity. So then what about this one? Can't it be converted into a single entity? Yes, of course it can be done using the command called pedit. So select the whole, you type M, click on M here and select this thing and press enter. You can see that Press yes, enter once again, press enter once again, you can see that. So PLINE, P-edit, multiple, press enter. So join, J, enter. Okay, then press enter. So you can see that it has been converted into a single object. So that is the way how you can convert a P-line, a object created from P-line to a line, and an object created from line into a P-line, vice versa, whatever. So this command is very important. So again, proceeding further, using the same command P-line, start point, you have so many options here. You have the width here, important, I am going to discuss right now, important is width. So width, I'll say 0.3, end is 0.3. You can see the thickness of the line has increased. Say 10, 5, 10, close. Okay, again P-line, click somewhere on the screen here. So you have again I'll use the width 0.45, 10, 5, 10, close. You can see the difference. So that is what P-line does. It can be used in multiple ways. Also with the P-line you can do something like this. So click here, you can always increase or decrease the width. Width is say 0.2, 0.3, I'll make it, okay, 0.3. Length I'll say 10. Okay, again at 2 less than 45 degrees. Okay, again say 10. Go down, go an arc, say arc, I'll say 2, press enter. Go for mirror command, mirror, select this and click. And this is something like this. You know what this is. It's used in the RCC roof, the crank bars or beams. So it's very easy to create something like this. There is one more kind of line which is called as the spline. The command is spline. This command is used to create irregular shape, which is commonly used in landscaping or creating some creative work. Okay, so this is spline. You can change the shape if you so wish by pulling or dragging these nodes here. So this is left to you. You can use it in whatever way you want. So with this we have completed all the different types of lines available in CAD, which completes the part 1 of this session. The part 2 is available. You can just go to the description box and click on the part 2 link. With this we'll wind up this session. We'll meet up in the next session. Thank you. Take care.